Hey guys, it's Ashley from Heavenly Hills Homestead, and today I wanted to show you our latest Azure Standard order. Azure Standard is our favorite food co-op to order through. We get a bunch of bulk foods through them, and the reason we love them is we can get really great prices on organic and non-GMO items. That's kind of their specialty. We've been doing Azure for a few months now, and we usually order once or twice a month. It comes in a local drop, which just means that all of the local people in our area that are ordering and a part of our drop, our orders will come in on the same day, on the same truck. We'll all show up at the date and time that they email us. But we save a bunch on shipping by doing that. So let's get started. This month was not a huge order for us, but it was a decent order of things that we needed to stock up on, mostly to get us by until garden season, which is right around the corner. I've got my starts going, but I can't plant anything in the ground yet. It is April right now in North Idaho, but my last frost date isn't until the end of May. So I still got a little while before I'm going to be getting anything out of the garden. So with that being said, I got a bunch of tomatoes. I got 2 cases of organic diced tomatoes, and I got 2 cases of organic tomato sauce. We do grow a lot of tomatoes in our garden, but I, of course, have worked through all of my tomatoes from last year and need some to get me by until I'm getting tomatoes out of the garden again. So I keep my tomato products really, really simple. I pretty much make anything and everything I need from tomatoes out of either canned diced tomatoes or canned tomato sauce. I can make chili, I can make spaghetti sauce, I can make tomato soup. I can really make any tomato based or tomato anything out of those 2 products, and I can make them from scratch that way. So I just get them plain. I don't buy pasta sauce or marinara or anything like that. I just make it myself out of tomato sauce or diced tomatoes. So we got 2 cases of each there. I also got, this is a new thing for me, is parchment paper. I've not ordered parchment paper through Azure before, but I do like this bleach-free, chlorine-free parchment paper from If You Care. This is a brand that I've wanted to buy because I know it's a high-quality item, but it's often way too expensive or more than I'm willing to spend for parchment paper at the grocery store. So it was really nice to go through Azure and get a pack of 3, and they are 70 square feet of parchment paper for a cheaper price. So this will last me a good long while. I make a lot of baked goods, a lot of sourdough, and I go through parchment paper like crazy. So it's really awesome to have a healthy, unbleached, no chlorine option that was inexpensive for us. I also got some nutritional yeast. This is a 1-pound bag of nutritional yeast. If you haven't used nutritional yeast before, this is an amazing seasoning, or I use it like a seasoning. I put it on just about anything and everything when I'm cooking. I love it in our mac and cheese. I love it on eggs. It's really good on popcorn, homemade popcorn. It's kind of got a nutty, cheesy flavor, and it's full of B vitamins. So it's a awesome thing to have in the kitchen. I also got some stevia powder. I already put this in a jar, so you can see that it's a green powder. A lot of the stevia sweeteners that you will get at the store will be white because they chemically make them white, but that's not natural. Also, a lot of stevia sweeteners that you find at the store have other sweeteners in it, whether it's maltodextrin or xylitol or some other form of sweetener. So you kind of have to be careful. I'm pretty picky on my products. So this is just pure stevia leaf powder. It's the stevia leaves that you could grow in your yard. It's part of the mint family, and you can grow it yourself. and dry them and grind them up and make this stevia leaf powder. I'm going to try growing my own stevia leaves or for the first time this year, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I won't have to buy stevia powder again, but it was great to get an organic stevia leaf powder that's just stevia leaf from Azure Standard. Now I will tell you as well with pure stevia leaf powder, if you're used to the store-bought option that's white, this is going to taste a little bit different because it's the whole leaf instead of extracting the sweetness from the leaf. So it's going to be a little bit different, but it's worth it because it's a pure product. So stevia leaf powder. I also got molasses. I wasn't going to get molasses this month, but when I shop at Azure, I usually like to shop the sales section on their website because I'm super cheap. If you watched any of my videos before, you know that I am like super frugal. But this molasses was on sale this month at a good discount, and I'm not super low on molasses, but I knew that I was going to have to order it in the next couple of months. So I got a big jug of this. This will last us for quite a while. I love making my famous molasses sugar cookies with obviously molasses, and then you can actually make your own brown sugar with just molasses and sugar. That's all brown sugar is. So this will be awesome to have on hand. And my Azure orders could not be complete without raw cheese. We love this raw cheddar cheese. We also love the raw pepper jack. This month though, I just got the raw cheddar. I have to order this every time I do an Azure Standard order because it is a really delicious cheese. This is a mild cheddar. It's not a sharp cheddar, but that's okay. It's a huge 5-pound block for a really, really good price. It doesn't say the price on the sticker, but check out Azure. I'll have a link below so you can check out Azure Standard and look at their raw cheese. It's awesome. We could not order Azure without getting the raw cheese. And like I said, I usually get the pepper jack too. It's really, really good. And you might be wondering, like, how does a small family like mine, we're just a family of 4, get through 5 pounds of cheese? Let me tell you, this will be gone in no time. Honestly, I should probably order 2 blocks each month because we love this cheese and we go through it. So I also got some ketchup. We're not huge ketchup people, but we are coming up on grilling season, and it's spring, and going into spring and summer we do a lot more grilling and things like hot dogs and chicken and all the things on the grill, which means more condiments for us, more ketchup. So I was out of ketchup, so I just grabbed a 3-pack of this good organic ketchup. It's got good ingredients. It does have some sugar in it, but I found personally with tomato products, when I'm making my own, like from tomato, like marinara from tomato sauce and all of that, I do end up adding a little sweetener because it does taste better that way. So as long as it's low sugar, I'm pretty okay with it. And this is a pretty good one. Speaking of condiments and barbecue season, we got barbecue sauce. My favorite barbecue sauce is Primal Kitchen, which is a paleo barbecue sauce, but it's really spendy, and I have yet to find it on Azure Standard. This Organicville barbecue sauce, though, is a close second. It is sweetened with agave, so it still has some sugar content, but it's a little bit better than other options you'll find. Plus it's organic, non-GMO, all that good stuff, which Azure Standard is chock full of the organic, non-GMO, healthy food the way that God intended. So we got a 6-pack of the barbecue sauce. I also was, I recently ran out of avocado oil and olive oil. I was going to get olive oil, but when I was looking at the pricing on Azure this month and comparing avocado and olive oil, it was a lot cheaper to get this 6-pack of bottles of avocado oil than it was to get the olive oil that I normally like. So we just went with this. Next month, I'll check the prices again. I like to have both on hand. I like to have multiple kinds of fats on hand, but like I said, I'm really cheap, and if something's a way better price or it's on sale, I'm gonna go for that as opposed to the other thing. So This is an organic cold pressed avocado oil, and it comes in the glass bottles, and it came in a 6-pack. So this was a pretty good deal. It was on sale this month. So I'm excited to have this, and we'll use this in cooking, but I also like to make some of my own salad dressings and marinades and all of that. And this will be a perfect stand-in for olive oil until I get more of it. I also got some flour. This is organic, unbleached, all-purpose flour. If you've watched my previous Azure Standard videos, you know I like to order the big 50-pound bags of flour, but they did not have that in stock this time. And I also am getting a grain mill, which should be here, I think, at the end of this month. So I will not need as much flour this time around. So I got a 30-pound bundle of flour. It's just 3 10-pound bags, and hopefully that'll get me through until I get my grain mill, and I can start milling my own flour. So keep an eye out for a video on that, because as soon as I get it in and figure out how to use it, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use it and why you want to be grinding your own flour if you can, as opposed to buying from the store. So anyways, 30 pounds of organic, unbleached, all-purpose flour. That'll help me with all my baking and from-scratch cooking and sourdough shenanigans that I keep up to on the homestead here. I also have some brown rice. This is a 25-pound bag of brown rice. I know that a lot of the people that do bulk food storage, they say not to do the brown rice and to do the white rice because the brown rice doesn't have as long of a shelf life. And I totally understand that. We prefer brown rice. We just prefer the taste. So I tend to get smaller quantities. So instead of a 50-pound bag, I got a 25-pound bag. And this will be perfect for my family's needs. Eventually, I'd like to get some white rice on the shelf just to have a little bit more shelf-stable supply. But again, we really prefer the brown rice flavor. So we'll see how that goes. Another thing that you should know if you're buying rice in bulk like this or other whole grains in bulk is they need to go in the freezer for a few days before you put them in your bulk food storage. That's because sometimes you can have little eggs in there, which just sounds so gross, but it's not. It's just a normal, natural thing that you probably didn't know about, and you've been eating these things and been totally fine. But it needs to go in the freezer because sometimes there are eggs from little critters that live in the wheat fields or live in the rice fields, and they naturally lay their eggs, and sometimes they get in the end product here. But if you put them in the freezer, those eggs will die and not become little critters. So I'm going to be putting this in the freezer as soon as we're done so I don't get any critters that ruin my 25-pound bag of rice here. And then as soon as it's been in the freezer for 3 to 5 days, I will put it in my 5-gallon food grade buckets with gamma lids for us to use. Last but not least is a 50-pound bag of organic cane sugar. Now, I know you just heard me say that we don't really do a lot of sugar and we try to do low sugar. I can't say that we're no sugar though, because we do have certain recipes that require a little bit of sugar. That being said, we don't go through a lot of sugar. That 50-pound bag will last us forever, but it's a great thing to have on hand for any baked goods or sauces that you're making, or if you're doing kombucha or other sweet ferments or anything like that. It's good to have sugar on hand, and other things that we have on hand in bulk, like salt and seasonings and flour and all of that. So yeah, this is our order this month. Like I said, it wasn't a huge order, but it was stocking up on certain things we needed and getting a few things that were on sale. If you have not ordered Azure yet, I would highly encourage you to check it out. We have cut our grocery budget in half by ordering through Azure, which has been amazing and has been keeping us afloat, especially with inflation and how things have been lately. It keeps me out of the grocery store as well, because the only thing I'm really going into the grocery store to buy is certain like fresh fruits and vegetables, which won't be happening at all as soon as my garden gets up and going. So I will have a link below for you to check out Azure Standard. You can just click on it and it'll bring you right to the website and you can shop around. It is not in a like a membership or anything like that. It's totally free to order through Azure, with the exception of what you actually buy from Azure. But I highly recommend it. I wish that I had started ordering from Azure a long time ago, but here we are, and now I will never turn back because we love Azure. So if you like this video, please give me a like and a subscribe. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you've ordered from Azure before, and if you have, what are your favorite items to order? Really, I don't think I have a least favorite item. Cheese is probably one of my top ones. Their butter is their grass-fed butter is a really good item to order on Azure too. But let me know in the comments what you like to order, and until next time, welcome to the homestead.